Hello everybody, FunshineX here. Welcome back to my series on RWTema's Ultimate Alchemy exam. Sorry about that. In between episodes, I hooked all of my storage drawers into our network with external storage connections. So you can see we got everything in here now. So everything is going good. I moved a pulverizer into that window. We got a furnace there. Probably put like an induction furnace there. A few other machines here. So it's kind of our crafting building. So, what did we want to do today? First, we wanted to, well, the main goal of today is to get power. And one of the best generators in here, kind of early game, is this Overclock Generator. Because we have infinite fuel in the form of wood that we can just keep pumping in super fast, this thing puts out quite a bit of RF. As much as we'll need for quite a while if we get a few of these, and even if we want them, they'll go in faster. So what do we need for these? Lapis, we'll get to. Gold, we've already know how to get. But then the furnace generator takes diorite, or takes marble, which if you go through these things, you can see takes diorite, which takes stone and some kind of white dye or quartz. Now, quartz is out of reach for a little bit longer, so we'll hold off on that, but we can get white dye. Let's start with that. If you'll notice, this ground here, right around the portal, is made from ice. It's chiseled ice, but it's ice nonetheless. So if we go ahead and break it, because it's chiseled, it won't go away. It's probably easier to break it from below. Actually, it takes longer because you're flying, but that's all right. We don't need a ton of it, just a few pieces. And once you get it, take your chisel, turn it back into vanilla ice. And then let's go ahead and grab a few blocks of some sort, maybe these factory blocks. And temporarily, I'm just going to make a infinite source right here. So go ahead and put some of those down, break them. We've got infinite water. Cool. Let's put all this back and get our buckets. And grab some water. And we're going to want to put it into our smeltery. The easiest thing is to right-click onto a drain, and it'll actually just go right inside. So we've got 2 buckets of water. I'm going to go up and get 4 buckets. We might need a little more, but that'll get us started. Now, to make white dye, you can take black dye and just put water on it, and it'll turn eventually into white. Now, the way to get black dye is you take 4 charcoal, and you'll get a piece of black pigment. Now, if we look at how much we needed for that furnace generator, it was 4 pieces of marble. So we're going to need 4 diorite, which means we need 8 white dye. So I'm going to go with 8 black dye. Let's do that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. I should have clicked it, and it used all of my charcoal. Okay. Oh well, you're gonna have to go get more charcoal. So now we're gonna put it down on the casting table right there, and just pour some water on it. And you can see it turns like gray. Pour some water on it again. Wait, we have water in there, right? Yeah, we do. Okay. It's gray. Oh, I guess you got to pick it up and put it back down every time. Light gray, and now it's white. And that took up how much water? Not very much. Not very much at all. So I'm going to go ahead and do that until we get our 8 pieces. There's probably a way to automate this pretty easily, but for now, I'm just going to do it this way. Having more casting tables would probably also be a good idea. Okay, we made it to light gray. Halfway through here. We probably only needed maybe 1 bucket of water based on how much it's using. It's very little. That took not even half a bucket. Might have to take a few buckets out of there. I don't think I can. easily. Okay, well, we got our white dye now. So get our stone. Get our white dye. Now, can I turn this into bone meal? I don't remember. Let's just go through the crafting recipes real quick. Because once you get some bone meal, if you can get some grass, you can get infinite bone meal really easily. It does not look like I can get bone meal from it. I can pour other things on it to get other colors, but that's about it. All right, so let's get our diorite. There we go. There's our 4 pieces. We're going to chisel that. No, not chisel it. Cook it. How do you get to marble? Where are you? Yep, cook it. I don't think I put any power source on that guy yet. Let's move. Let's get over. Cook that wood. Make it enough power. All right, there's our 4 marble. And we turn that into machine blocks. And then now we can use those to make our furnace gens. All right, so there's 4 of them. Those will work a lot better than the survival ones we're using currently. So technically we could just go straight to using these. But I'd like to go ahead and upgrade these. So look at the other things that we were needing for this. 4 gold blocks and what's that, 20 lapis. So that's okay. Yeah. 4 times 9 is 36 ingots. I don't think we've got enough. So we'll go ahead and get some glowstone and some tin. Put those in here. Come on, cook them up. Try to make sure there's always 12 things in it or I'm wasting lava. Okay. Ton of gold now. We gotta put that on the bottom. Go. Come on, pour. Here we go. Gotta remember to shift click that or we'll actually just turn it off. It's funny, the animation is actually behind when you do this. Got 1 more block. And 1 more ingot. Alright, plenty of gold. Let's talk about lapis then. There is that long line to get lapis, and we will be eventually doing that because it's much easier to automate than what we're about to do, but the atomic reconstructor is kind of a cheaty way to go through all of your dyes, lapis being one of them. And to get started with actual additions, we need to go and get the Resonator. Black quartz comes from smelt and crush. There we go. Resonator from redstone. That's going to take one of these guys. Let's make 4 of them. Easier just to do that. Oh, and because I've lost all my charcoal. Use all the power there. Okay, now we can make that resonator. This one down here. We're gonna need a mill. Oops, need to type it in this one. And we'll have to start out with the manual to begin with. Oops. And for those, get some stone. And again, to get that. All right. That's what we need. And then we're going to get some redstone. And I'm going to bring it inside the building for now. Redstone in and turn it. Now you can watch the grid power. As soon as it gets to 4, that means it's done processing. It'll go back to 0. So we know we've processed 1 redstone there. And I think we only really need 1, but let's get a few. Should be 3. And let's end it at 4. Need to put doors in these buildings still. Oh no, we've gone offline. That probably means we've run out of wood. Cooking these things. Grid is overloaded. Oh, okay. So I probably want to break this thing then. I had no idea that those things could not run when you had a resonator going. Interesting. Now we want to cook these. Shift click. Okay. And then turn that into that guy. And now we should be able to get our atomic reconstructor. We'll need one of those. We'll need a redstone torch. We'll need a button. And we'll need some power. Let's just go ahead and grab 2 of these furnace generators. They'll generate more power. And we'll bring it inside again. For no other reason than to stay out of the rain. Just kidding. Alright, so click it with a redstone torch to put it on pulse mode. Put a button on there. And then whatever we throw in there will change. Alright, now we can speed these up. Burn them real quick. I'll go through a stack of wood like crazy. You can see how much power that's getting. Much more power than the other ones gave us. Alrighty, so what are we going to turn? Well, the easiest thing again is that black dye. So I do have 45 of it, and I don't really need black pigment for anything else. So we'll use the black one. And we can just cycle through it. Oh, black dye does not work. Can I change it back into... Oh, I can. Okay, good. That works. Oh, I know what's wrong. We haven't put the lens of color on there yet. That's our problem. So let's look at the lens over here. The lens of color takes a lens in the Reconstructor. We've already got everything we need that. Okay. And I'm not going to do all of these ink sacs. Let's do 24 of them. So we'll throw that down and connect it on there. Now we can change our ink. And you see it's going to go red first. Oops. Green, brown, and blue. Now you can use this to get bone meal, but you'll have to cycle through it 15 times to get the bone meal. But here we go. We got our lapis. Did we get enough? We needed 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, we got a little extra, which is good. So now we can go ahead and get those generators going. The overclocked ones. Oops, we gotta pick up these guys over here. And now we're gonna have tons and tons of power. Okay. Now we could just probably in the future, once we have cables to send power around, or maybe some wireless power, we'll put these all in one room and and do that. But for now, let's see. Got 2 of these. Don't have any translocators. What am I missing? Piston. Okay. So, where do we need power? We definitely need power here. So these things are not going to do it for us. So let's, for now, let's see, we can throw one there. Put one of those here. And we could do a hopper upgrade, but it wouldn't put it into this thing fast enough. The faster you load fuel in here, the more RF it gives. So we can put that there, and now you see it's going to keep that full with wood. But it's actually not generating everything it possibly could. If we get a single glowstone here, and we click on that there, now it's taking stacks out, so now it's keeping a stack in here. And you see all the power that we're getting now. Plenty. And then if we wand it, we get even more. Nice. Okay. This thing's got a lot of power. If that ever runs out of power, we'll add one there. For now, though, let's just put one on each of these. Just for fun. Now we can do that. 1, 2, 3. So you go into both of those. And we'll want to do stacks at a time as well for those. I need another terminal inside the building. So I don't have to keep running out in front. Nice. Tons of power. Okay. Cool. Where else are we using power that might need more? We've got one here. And this we noted was kind of keeping up, but not really. But let's look at everywhere we're using power. We're using 2 there. How are these guys doing for power? Not the greatest. And then we're using some over here. What was this guy doing? Well, that's our charcoal. That's just for glowstone. What was this producing again? This is producing obsidian and glass. Now, I think our iron one is probably the one that's most important, so let's put this one here. So you can see this one, this is a barrel, it's dropping in there, we can't even tell. It's not even on the radar. So put one, yeah, that's fine. Did not bring a glowstone, whoops. Oh, I was right next to the glowstone output, wasn't I? Just could have flown right over there. Oh well. And that side. All right, those should be yeah, tons of power now. They've got way too much. Okay, so power gen done. We've got good power gen. We can make more of those whenever we want, or we can start making like a wireless power transmitter and then just send it everywhere we need it. We definitely want to make some cables at some point too, though. All right, so what is next on the list then? I think we want to move into dirt now that we've got some good amount of power. I think we do want to get some kind of cabling. So let's look at just some flux ducts. Leadstone ones. We're missing lead. That's nice. Why can't I remember how to get lead? There we go. Molten lead is molten iron and a molten obsidian. We can do that. Get some lead here going. So I do have, let's get half a stack of iron, a few more obsidian. You guys know the default hotkey to pull like a single one out of refined storage? I do not know what it is. Cook that obsidian. We're gonna have to get that water out somehow. Probably just break it. Break the whole machine. So there's our lead. We've got a block coming out here. Did we put way too much obsidian in there? No, it's still got more iron there. Okay. How are we doing? Yeah, we have way too much obsidian in there. How much is left? One ingot. Cool. All right, lead. Now that should go right there. We should be able to access it. We can. Let's just grab a stack. Or 60, I don't know. Which now means we don't have to put these right here. We can have power going to them instead. Trying to think the best way to do power to these. I almost think I want them inset a little bit. Let's see how that looks. It'll work. It just gives more sides to interact with. You could have auto outputs and stuff. Okay. I don't know why I went all the way around. That's okay. We'll do power. Probably here. And just for future base expansion, that way too. Oh, no, I can't get in there. Okay, I gotta put this on one because I keep trying to break it with my other tool. Let me in. All right, where do we want our power gen to be? I think these are gonna make too much power for this cable anyway. But I think I'm just gonna do it right here. And then we can do yoink and yoink. Should we put one here just for, yeah, you can get double loaded. Oh, now we're shy of one because I did that. All right, that should be producing gobs of power for all our stuff. Cool. And then we do the same thing over here. How are we gonna get power to these guys? If that is there, then probably easiest power systems like up here. And yeah, I'm just gonna do this for now. Temporary. Full, and almost full. Cool. And now we've got an extra one, right? No. So, now that we have power, let's talk about dirt. Dirt has a kind of a long chain, and the end craft result is basically a carpenter with gravel and liquid dirt. That'll make our dirt. The liquid dirt comes from a still from water of life to make the liquid dirt, nothing else, just power. But this is a really slow process. The water of life needs a fermenter, gravel again, and regular water, and some kind of fertilizer. Now this fertilizer lasts a long time. You don't need a ton. But you can get this fertilizer from from apatite, and apatite can come from energizing bone meal. So that's a nice easy way to get that. The other kind is this compost, which you have to have dirt for to get, so you can't really start with this unless you get the leaves. The leaves you can get in a tree, you can get a carpenter. So we could go this way, do this recipe a bunch to get leaves, because you need, what, 81 saplings to do that? Or no, 1 oak leaf. Yeah, we need 9 oak leaves, each one is 9 saplings. So you need 81 saplings just for one compost. That would last for a while. Mulch we could do, but not now. So really, I think the best one is this fertilizer. So let's get some bone meal. And we actually have to have real bone meal. So let's do this guy. And one. You can see it takes a long time to cycle through. And there we go. Once you get to orange, you know the next one will be good. Okay, so that means we need an power thing. What's the power thing called? I just had it. Infusion? Fuser? Yeah, energetic. We're missing a ton of stuff. One of those. 2 of those. Wood gear. And the middle guy. Alright. Oops. I need you. Let's stick him over here. Let's stick the bone mill in there. Okay, that's this 4. We're going to put that with some sand. And now we've got enough fertilizer to last for a very long time. Okay, so let's go back to that dirt recipe and get everything we need. So the first one was a carpenter. Why did I put it on? I don't have them synced. I don't like when they sync. I don't know. I'm trying to do that. We're going to need a few of these sturdy casings. Where's our wood? I know I have wood in there. There it is. Alright, just missing the axe. And there's our carpenter. Alright, next one was the still. That one's easy. Water of life comes from a fermenter. And the fermenter's water, yeah, okay. More sticks. Okay, I think we got the entire assembly line done. Now we're gonna need gravel. How are we doing on our gravel? Do we have like thousands? We have 2,000. And this is not gonna be used making a ton. It's one gravel for one dirt. So let's go ahead and just export the gravel out of here. So do we have an export bus? Don't think we do. Okay. And are we going to need it twice? Once in the fermenter, once in the carpenter? Technically not. Wonder if we should use an interface instead. And the other option is just to make gravel right over there, the way we've been doing it everywhere else. Let's try it with an interface. Are we really out of quartz? Bum, 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 bum. Silver and iron. Just gonna make up a little bit just so we can get that done real quick. Hope none of this. Oh no, it made lead. Dang it. Alright, I've got our quartz enriched iron. Let's try that again. Oh, do I have a bunch of interfaces? No. Okay. Okay, so we interface out gravel into that, then that should work. Okay. I'm going to bring a bunch of cobblestone just to fill in spots that I don't want to fill up with other stuff. And I think we're good. Oh no, we need water. We still need to have water some way. We do have an infinite source. We could get an aquatic... what's that thing called? Aqueous Accumulator. Which might be pretty easy to get. The other way is to squeeze wood, but it's a little bit slower. What am I missing now? So that's one of those. Let's take our buckets. Oh, we used one, didn't we? Grab some water here. All right, let's go make some dirt. Now we said dirt is going to be automated right here. Okay, so we should have plenty of room since I didn't use much room there. And if we remember, the recipe for dirt is the carpenter with gravel. I'm wondering if I want to try and do it in the same like assembly line I've been doing everything else in. I think that should be okay. All right. Power it somehow. And that comes from a still. And do we want to use transfer nodes? Probably liquid transfer nodes. Squashed. These kind. Oh, come on, get a bucket. Okay. Again, if we want to go into this machine, we Control-Shift-Click. Now the still will go into there. And the still has no inputs at all. Okay, that's fine. And then, what if, instead of doing that, how do I pull that thing off? There we go. What if I got some translocators instead? Do we use the liquid ones? Are they sitting over here? There they are. Because I'm thinking I could put the interface right here. And that way it could provide the carpenter with gravel and the fermenter with gravel. And then if I put the still here, I can do that. And that. Okay, so all three of those need power, and this will need to connect to the cable. And this thing needs water. Put that there. No output to the back. Probably look better over here. I don't know. Alright, you making water? There you go. It's slow, but it makes it. Puts it in there. Perfect. That needs this. And it'll need gravel. You can see that'll make that. It'll push that into there. That will ferment it, push it into here, which will then need gravel here as well. So I'm going to tell you, keep 16 gravel on hand. We'll need some cables and some item transfer nodes. I'm always afraid when I'm in the dark like that, mobs are going to come up behind me, but they aren't in the back, so don't have to worry. Okay, hopefully whatever making there doesn't take a lot of space. Alright, so now you are expert gravel perfectly. Actually, before we do that, I need to go Control-Shift-Click there, and Control-Shift-Click there. And now, gravel. Now it's going to start throwing tons of gravel in there if we're not careful, so let's put some stone there. And that should make our recipe. Once we get something in here, then it will say valid recipe when we get power too. Output dirt there. Get regular translocator to put it back in there. Cool. You are working well. Are you actually powering now? Biomass. What's going on? Water of life. Are you doing anything? Oh, because there's no power. I'm like, come on, do something. Alright, so I'm going to steal one of these. That should be plenty of power for all these machines for quite a while. And I need 2 more translocators. It's only 1. I'm aware that I have some in my inventory. Okay, so let's put we've actually got a clean way to provide power on top, so might as well do that. You don't need power. Okay. Let's do something like, yeah, this will work. All right, so much power. Oh, it's this guy that needs more, or another cable. All right, so that's working really fast. This is now getting the water of life. Yeah, that should never, once this thing backs up, which it will pretty quick, it'll back up in here, and then it's not going to be going through gravel like it is. It's going to be much slower. And then this thing is limited by how much stuff, liquid dirt, comes in. But yeah, as soon as we get enough, there we go. We've got a recipe making dirt. We've made 2 dirt. Oh yeah. Oh no, I can't come out of here. Crap. How am I going to get items out of there? Bummer. We're going to power this thing. If I go underneath for this stuff. Then I can reroute power. This is going to look ugly for right now, but it'll work. And then I'll just easily transfer it out here. Oh, can you not pull out of the top? Really? Oh, maybe it wasn't going in because we hadn't... Oh. I want to try that one more time. We hadn't told it dirt was allowed to go in here. That was a problem. I don't want that cable. Get me back. There we go. Alright, so if I go and actually say, I know you're locked, but you can have dirt. A little more dirt go in there. Maybe. Are you making one, or is it just not working? Almost done. No power. Oh, I took the power off. Okay, the dirt is gone. It's moving out. Nice. And it's running through it real fast because we have an excess liquid dirt, but that's going to get eaten up real quick. Looks like everything is working as planned. Alright guys, that was a pretty successful episode. We did get lead, we got some automated dirt, we got the power generation going strong. If you like this episode, make sure you hit the like button if you want to see more. Subscribe to my channel, please. And don't forget to hit that little bell icon so you're notified when I do release videos. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Catch you later. Bye.